What's going on, guys? So the market is closed today, is Juneteenth. So I'm gonna be making the watch list today on what I'm covering for the rest of the week. And let's get started with SPY as always, right? So let's cover this real quick. SPY, we are a bit overextended. The market has been going up. If I go to the weekly chart, the market has been going up for the past 5 weeks, and we're approaching some big resistance levels here at 444. And if I go back to the daily chart, you'll see the reaction we got off of it last week. We got a rejection off of it with some rising volume. So I'm expecting a pullback to this 435 level. As you guys can see, this 435.65. We have the daily 90 MA, which has been holding up since June 8th. So that daily 90 MA at 435. Also, it's a level of support here back in April 14th, 18th, back over here on February 14th, and all the way back over here on August and July of 2021. So this is a big level of support. That's where I see SPY pulling back to. If this area starts to show any type of buying pressure, then I will be looking to pick it up off of here. But for the most part, I feel like this 432 to 430 is the main area that needs to come back to retest for us to catch a bounce off of it. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get any type of pullback into that area. This is where I will be looking to go long, 432 to 430. I do like that area. If we do not get any pullbacks and we do continue to show strength above 444, that is where I would be looking to go long up into this 450. As you guys can see, this 450 is a big resistance. So I'm going to keep an eye on that level. Anything above 450 is basically room up to this resistance up here at 454 and so on, right? Probably have this 458. So above 444, those are my next resistances. Definitely keep an eye at 450. So that's my game plan for SPY. I'm gonna keep it very simple with that, right? Qs, QQQ, we are also approaching a big level of resistance here at this 372. Notice how we get rejected in February and we sell off down to 353. March, we sell off all the way back down to these levels again. And here we are touching that level again and we're getting rejected off of it. It's not as a big rejection as it was from back over here. But if we do continue to fall, my first level of support is going to be this 365 from back here. And I'm expecting a pullback to this 361. Really, I'd like to get this 357 area. As you guys could see, this 357 was a key area that we broke out of. It was resistance, resistance, resistance. We broke out and we have not came back to retest that level. So I'd like a pullback to this 357. 60 or 70 for a bounce in this area to get a push back up to these levels, right? And above this 372, we have nothing but room up to 375, 378. Really like these 380s, right? So those are my next resistance points for the upside all in QQQ. So we get above the supply at 372. That's where we would have room to. And for the most part, if we do get really, really weak, I'm gonna keep an eye out below that 357 because then we'll be back in this range down to 354 and then the big demand at 348. So for the most part, I don't see us getting all the way down there, but just in case, we'll be prepared for the downside and we're prepared for the upside. So that's my game plan on SPY and QQ. For the most part, Nvidia, one that I did like a lot was Microsoft. Microsoft got rejected. Microsoft actually broke all-time highs, but didn't go much higher though, right? All-time high was here at 349.6. We broke it. We went to 351.5 and fell to hold above the all-time high. Now we're rejecting aggressively. And I feel we have a pullback down to this previous resistance here at 339, 338. 339. Yeah, there's 339 level, right? 339.2, 339, around that 339. So that area was resistance. We broke above it with strength. Now we're coming back to retest it. I'd like to see that level hold for a potential bounce. So that's what I'll be keeping an eye on for Microsoft. The next one is AMD is showing weakness. but we are approaching a big level of demand here on AMD around this 118 to 116 level, really like 115. It's like this whole zone right here, right? Every time we fall down here, we get bought up. So if we were to continue to show weakness, a break and retest below this 115, 116 area, we got room down to 111, 110, and so on, right? So yeah, so I'll keep an eye below that. And if this area does hold as demand, I'll be keeping an eye on any type of bounces in this area as well. Meta, we have this 276 level. I'll keep an eye on potential 276 retest, but that won't be my main watch. Do still like Tesla. Tesla's showing a lot of Google as well, right? Google's showing weakness actually. So anything below 121 on Google go short down to 120 and so on. But I do like Tesla still as it's still showing a lot of strength. If we're able to continue to hold above 260, we should start pushing up higher up to these really like this 280, 290 levels. Those are going to be the next resistances. But for pullbacks on Tesla, I think we got to keep an eye on this 252 level. We got to see how 252 continues to hold up back here to see if we continue to go up on a Netflix was also relatively weak last week. But for the most part, Netflix was once Netflix broke that weekly 200 SMA above 400, it literally had nothing but room up to that 450. So anything above this area here, 458, Netflix has room to run to 480s and 500s, which I do see it getting there, but we need to pull back first. So we're probably going to pull back to this area, probably like 400, 405. Like this 410 area, my bad. This 410, probably get a retest of these areas. This 420. 420 would be the first retest. So if we can hold 420 on Netflix, keep an eye on that level to get a push higher, right? So we also have confluence with daily 9 right there. We are getting a bit of a pull. Like I said, the market needs a pullback, but so that's why I'm just watching for areas where we could pick up the dip on these pullbacks. As far as economic data, Jerome Powell speaks again on Wednesday. See how that goes. Jobless claims Thursday, and Powell again on Thursday. So we got to see how the market wants to react to those economic events. Wednesday and Thursday, market close today. So other than that, I'm not really think I'll wait for a little bit of more price action to really determine some better setups for my watch list. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good trading week. And yeah, I'm not gonna make this video too long.